Hello there, Libra, and welcome to your monthly forecast. Great to see you all again, and this is for the month of August. Just a reminder, you can always use this for your sun, for your rising, and for your moon. Now, the month of August is really interesting for all signs, but I would say especially for Libra because it's going to create an opportunity for major shifts. And I've been reading the comments this year and seeing the struggle that a lot of you have been going through with maybe accomplishing what you want or having things not happening in the time that you want them to. It has been tricky. And so that's why I think that a combination of both an eclipse and a retrograde is actually sort of like a cosmic gift to you. This is allowing for major shifts and major releases to happen. So this month I really want to focus on how you as Libra can best navigate this and use it to your advantage. So we'll be looking at things you can release and we'll be looking at things you can embrace as I kind of look at all of the cards. Your channeled information this month is interesting. I got an image of someone sort of slightly turning a wheel or a compass just moving a little bit. So slight direction movement, and that's about redirection. And what's the magic of redirection? The first bit of information that I got was it's a chance for you to bring balance into your life. So if, for instance, you've been very focused on a career goal, maybe there are other things in your life, your home life, you know, with your loved ones, or even just the general house that you're living in, if it needs repairs, etc. Is that out of balance? Is your health in a good place if you've been putting the energy in career? And vice versa, if you've been putting too much energy into other elements of your life, maybe it's time to take a break and try something altogether different. It's not about giving up, it's about shifting the attention around, and then in a very subtle but very effective way, you're going to pull whatever it is that you were trying to accomplish closer. Because sometimes when we want, need, or focus too much on an outcome, the reverse happens. We push it away because there's a sense of desperation, not only from that the universe senses, but that the people that we're sending it to also sense. So this happens when you're seeking a different job, or when you're trying to find someone and have them date you, but they're not interested. So once you kind of get over the I need this or it has to happen, and just think, well, I want it to happen, but I'm going to focus on this right now, all of a sudden things start to turn around. So the magic this month about redirecting is it's win, 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 because you're going to balance out other aspects of your life. You're going to bring closer anything that's been pushed away a little bit, and you're going to feel better, because sometimes it's just frustrating sitting in a place where whatever it is that you want or whatever it is that's not giving you the reciprocity on your energy or the return on your energy, you've got to let that kind of go for a little bit and then come back to it, revisit it. Okay, so let's take a look now at the cards and see what messages they have to bring. For those of you that are new to the channel, I just want to give you a big welcome. And for anyone that's coming back, I'm sure they know what my organization is, but I'm just going to repeat it here. We start off with that channeled information, and then as I pull cards here, I get a sense for the general energy and opportunity of the month. I look at a catalyst card, which will bring that into focus, and then I expand that to take a look at health, wealth, love, and destiny. So let's take a look now at your catalyst card. And your catalyst is not only how you tap into the energy of the month, but it's also a connective thread. You know, if you follow astronomy, there's this thing called like black matter or something like that, or dark matter rather, and it's this sort of invisible but connective thread, and I kind of see the catalyst as that as well. We can't always understand how it connects to everything, but it does. So for you, the most important thing, and I've seen this come up for many signs despite how much I shuffle the deck, so it's a thread and a theme this month. I want you to take care of your health. If you don't have your health, you're not going to have the energy to do everything that you want. And I think part of your redirection has to be in taking care of your mental health, your physical well-being, and also what you're putting into your body, your diet as well. So enough said with that, but that is not so invisible, because really our energy and our physical well-being is a connective thread. It is what this is. It says here, this physical vessel is basically, it enshrines your soul. So I want you to think of this as a shrine or as a palace or as a Vimana if you want to. It's a vehicle for you to travel through the world. You got to take care of it. Okay. With that being said, let's now look at the spread of cards in front of us for additional clarity. Your center card is Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I actually feel like this is good for you because whatever's been troubling you is going to shift. Particularly, I sense some focus towards the beginning of the month on improving finances or changing the way you work and changing possibly where you want to live for some of you, but there's some shifts happening. Don't work against them. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse, if you take a look at this card, and I love this deck because even the reversals are upright. So for those of you that don't like reversals, there is no reversal in this deck. But with the reversal here, you'll notice that the person is trying to control the wheel, whereas when the card is upright, the wheel moves on its own volition. I want you to not fight whatever it is that's happening in your life. If positive things are going, then move with that flow and congratulations. If you're feeling struggle or that something isn't coming to fruition, let it go a little bit. Focus on something else. Revisit it. Work it. Go back and maybe revise it a little bit. Whatever that is, your approach, your relationship, your project. But know that it's probably stopping for a reason. The universe tries to move us in the right direction. We don't always listen. What I'm seeing at the center is, wow, there's a lot of productivity that you can tap into this month. We have 3 of Pentacles, and so if you choose to embrace what's working, there's a chance to really plus up your financial house quite a bit. And when I'm looking at deep past, then I feel like some of you have already made this decision that you're going to go down a different path. And it's probably been a hard decision to go towards, but if you once you've embraced it, then all of a sudden a flow of prosperity will come in. So for some of you, this is about finding a new way to do your job or a new approach towards productivity. When it comes to relationships, it could mean an end or a significant change, like getting married. It's usually not about stagnation. So I want to first congratulate you on doing some work at the end of last month in making a major change. And then I want you to look at the cards and see that it's all opportunity around the center. We have Judgment, Wheel of Fortune, and 3 of Pentacles right here at the center. And then the movement starts to happen. 6 of Swords. Some of you may have recently taken a trip, or you might feel a little bit of distance between what we were talking about. If there was a project and maybe you were trying to make it happen, you might have taken a step back. Whatever's going on with that distance or that movement, it's very beneficial. What you should be doing right now is focusing on balancing everything out. We have the 2 of Pentacles, and what you really see here with the reversal is that you're not looking at all of the opportunities, or you're focusing too much on one of them. I want you to balance out your resources, and that's particularly in response to your energy, because I feel like finances are already taking a turn for the better, or they soon will be. We have 8 of Wands here. It's reversed. The cool thing though with 8 of Wands, whether it's reversed or whether it's upright, is that there's a lot of opportunity in front of you. The reversal of this is basically saying, let 1 or 2 things go, and allow for, normally that card in different decks will show like 8 wands going into the air, almost like rockets. What you see with the reversal here is it's almost like a block. So I want you to prioritize based on what is flowing easily this month, because these 2 cards are illustrating that there might have been some decisions that you've made where you were not paying attention to the flow of prosperity, and you might be trying to force something. Don't force something. You have to allow for things to take their own time, and it's sort of like if you're traveling overseas and there's different outlets. You can't force something that doesn't fit. You have to either find the adapter or wait until you find the right receptacle. Same thing in life. If you can't quite fit into a certain situation, you got to wait a little bit. What I see here is I really feel like this is a good month for growth when it comes to your long-term financial health and opportunities that are going to open up, particularly in August. So, you know, if it's been slow up until now, I feel like August and September are going to open up brand new windows of opportunity for you. When I'm looking at your environment, the best thing that you can do right now is to to use your imagination. The Ace of Wands is about projects. It's also about really engaging and exercising your mind. And I also feel like if you put any energy into physical activity, you're going to see a nice return on your health. So really good month to exercise, a great month to brainstorm. And if you're looking for new work, it's about coming up with new approaches and sharing those ideas and being energetic about it. There's been a lot of stress for many Libra. When I'm looking at hopes and fears, we have the Nine of Swords, and if I zoom in really close on this, you'll see that sort of despair, when really what you want to face is the fact that you can get out. So the other flip side of this is the big area that you should try to embrace in regards to health is your sleep. I want you to get enough sleep. For some of you, that is going to be 8 or 9 hours. For the rest of you, if you're having issues, try a white noise machine, try meditation, try removing distractions from your bedroom, including television and lights, so that you can just focus on getting a sound night's sleep, because that's going to allow you to tackle anything that you need to. If you're not rested, your imagination isn't what it can normally be, your patience isn't what it normally is, and even just your ability to speak and cognitively connect things, it kind of goes downhill. As I see the month end, I feel like you're in a very good place. The Seven of Swords is a card where you are at a place where you're ready to cut your losses. So if there's been something where you feel like, gosh, why have I stayed here so long? Or why have I let this person push all of my buttons? Or, why haven't I taken better care of myself? As we get to the end of the month, you're ready to move on. You've learned what you needed to learn, and you're no longer struggling. There's no longer internal turmoil. So what I really want you to focus on this month is what is worth your time and energy. If and when you're ready to just move on and step away from something, and to allow for a flow of prosperity to enter. Because with the Ace of Wands, with the Three of Pentacles, and with the Wheel of Fortune, I feel like there's a lot of good opportunities at your footstep here, or at your doorstep rather, that you can really embrace and do something with if you choose to. All right, let's expand your forecast now to look at health, wealth, love, and destiny. We'll start first with your health card, which is a combination of your mind, your body, and your spirit. All right, so we have two cards that came through. The first one is Destroyer, and the second one is Sacrifice. And so what I want you to do with your health is to focus on trying something new. The Shiva Destroyer card is about endings and beginnings, and this Sacrifice card is about not putting yourself at basically at the mercy of other people. And I used to work a really difficult 50, 60-hour week job where I did sort of put my body at risk. And part of the reason that I couldn't do that anymore is that I realized that it wasn't sustainable. So trust me, I understand it's not easy. Sometimes you feel like that's the only way you can make a living. But there was someone in my life that passed away, and I realized that, you know what, you don't get an endless amount of tomorrows. So it's really important for you to make every today count. Every day needs to be important, and you need to think, the more I pace myself, it's like a long distance run, the longer I can be in the race. So don't sacrifice your health for the good of others, particularly if they don't have your well-being in mind. And in that regards, I want you to destroy old habits. Shiva is actually there to help us. It's a beautiful god of transformation. And so this can be a month where you set new goals, attainable goals. That's really the key, and stick with them. I think that it's not about saying, oh my gosh, I'm going to get up every morning and I'm going to jog, or I'm going to go to the gym, or I'm going to go to 3 yoga classes this week. Why don't you set the goals as something really attainable, something like, well, I'm going to try to get to the gym once or twice per week, and I'm going to walk every chance I can get to the grocery store, and I'm going to try that for a month. You can do that. You can do 1 or 2 times at the gym. You can walk a little bit more, or maybe you want to try some stress reduction things at home. Maybe before you go to bed, Instead of listening to the evening news, you could turn it off. You could listen to a meditation CD. You could turn off the lights and focus on breathing. There's a lot of different things that you could do that even if you're tired, you would have time and space for. So first aspect is to not do self-sacrifice, particularly for people and for organizations that are not giving back to you. And the second one is to let go of what you have been doing and to try something brand new. When we were talking about redirect, this is more than that. In your health area, the reason it's coming up so much is it's important. You're going to be changing a lot with your health this month. And I believe that there's a couple of currencies that matter in the universe. The first one is love. There's no end to love. It's the language of God. It's the language of the universe. The more you love, the more you can receive. It's the only thing that you don't have to worry about an ATM card that's going to have an empty balance. So if you give a lot of love to the universe, it keeps coming back to you. The one that is limited, though, is your energy, your health, and your time on the planet. And so you have to spend those wisely, and that's the message that's coming through. Take care of yourself so that you can live long and that you can experience and express as much joy and love as possible. All right, let's take a look now at your wealth card to bring it back to a practical level to see what's going on with work, etc. So here's what I see for wealth. That it's about doing something that you feel drawn to do. The divinity card is really connecting with your higher self. So sorry, I'm actually bringing it back to a spiritual level here. But for some of you that are feeling frustration on your career path, what this is saying is the closer you get to what you want to do, the easier it will be for you to find success or at least fulfillment. And if you're in a business career where you don't feel like you're any longer connecting to maybe creating spreadsheets or running meetings or whatever it is, then you have to sort of check with yourself and think, if tomorrow was my last day, how would I feel about this? And if there's something that you really, really want to do, it doesn't matter if you're 14, 24, 48, 84, I want you to find a way to connect with that soul, S-O-U-L, purpose, and try to bring it into your life. Even if it's in a hobby, you have to start to live for your soul, because that's really the only thing that matters at the end of your days. You connect again with that, and then you judge yourself afterwards. It's not so much about other celestial beings judging you. Your soul judges yourself. So finding a way to connect with your divinity and doing something that you love to do, that's really what's important. I'm sorry we got really heavy there. So let me focus now on, we looked at health, we looked at wealth. Let's take a look at love. And there's a big focus on home. This is something I've seen a lot of this month. I want you to focus on making sure that your environment feels welcoming, and I also want you to pay attention to how comfortable you are with individuals in your life, particularly those that you're either in a relationship with or that you want to start a relationship. It should feel easy. If you've ever connected with someone who ends up being a best friend, did you notice at the first instant that you thought, I know you, or this is going to work out? I want you to feel that sense of being at home with someone else before you go into a long-term relationship. The other thing is you need to feel at home with yourself. So it starts with not just your environment, but with your own soul. And if you feel at home, at ease with yourself, others are going to be attracted to that sense of well-being and that mild sort of energy. So really focus on bringing that into a place of equilibrium, and other people will be attracted to it. All right, let's take a look now at your destiny card and see where your overall trajectory is bringing you. So we have transition, and that really does suit this month pretty well, particularly your expanded forecast, because this is also a card for death and rebirth. But when I saw Shiva and I saw this divine order card and I'm seeing this sacrifice card, what's really happening right now is there has to be a big shift, particularly when it comes to how you treat yourself, how you see yourself, and how you now realize this is what is causing other people to either respect you or to not see you for all of the love, the light, and the resplendence that you possess. So I want you to move and to shift the way you see yourself. It's a rebirth and a transformation of your energy and of your true self this month. It's a great card, but that means basically that there's a lot of changes that have to happen, so embrace them. All right, let's take a look at a bonus card that I'm pulling for every sign this month. I want to see what your connection to all of these celestial events will be for this month. In other words, what lessons and opportunities are coming through. So for you, it's about having faith and courage in yourself, and it's also about having courage to see your dreams come to fruition. Not giving up, but also not being so stubborn that you don't try something different. All right, let's review everything and then we'll sum up this video. Your channeled information this month was to embrace the idea of redirecting, trying something from a different angle, and also spreading your energy to other projects and other elements of your life, particularly health, because that's the next card that we pulled. And when we looked at your catalyst, which was, as I said, kind of like that dark matter that connects everything, health is the #1 currency that you need to pay attention to. It's not about money. It's not about status. If you don't have health, you run out of time. And if you don't have time, you can't finish what you hope to complete. Now let's take a look at the cards themselves and summarize the overall energy of the month. A lot of opportunity with business. We have the Wheel of Fortune, the Three of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles. It's all about priorities and balance. There's the Six of Swords. Some of you might have just taken or need to take a holiday. Feel free to do it. There's a Judgment card in your past showing that you're ready and willing to make some of these changes or aware that they're happening. Eight of Wands reversed, about prioritization and letting go of a couple things on your plate. Nine of Pentacles, about focusing on future stability, particularly when it comes to your long-term savings, your retirement, and making sure that you don't have to worry about debt or other people paying your way. A lot of ideas coming through and a really good focus and return on anything that you put into your health. If you work out, if you take care of yourself, you're going to feel the positive benefits of that. A lot of stress this month. I really want you to ask yourself when and where you're ready to walk away from those stressful events and to make it happen. When we look at your health card, we got two messages. The first was to let go of what you're doing. It may not be as effective as you thought it was initially. And the second one is to not put yourself second, particularly not put your health second, especially if there's a job or a person in your life that isn't appreciative of it. Life is too precious. Time is too precious. You've got to preserve and grow that currency. When it comes to your wealth, it's actually about attaching to what it is you love. I say this a lot, but it bears repetition because I think a lot of us get pulled into paths that we don't love, but we stick with it because others make us think that it's the right thing. I want you to spend some time dreaming and connecting back to what your soul, S-O-U-L, purpose is, and seeing if you can't get closer to that. Even if it starts with a hobby, but eventually I'd like you to get closer in your day-to-day job because that's really what you came to the planet to do. When we just looked at health, wealth, let's look at love. It's about feeling at ease with yourself, and it's also about feeling at ease with your environment. So make both your house and your body and your mind a comfortable place. If you do that, others will feel at home too. Your overall trajectory is major change this month. This is basically like a combination of the Tower and Death card, and you see like there's almost a rebirth happening here, moving through to the other side. So I want you to feel like you're going to come out of this month stronger, changed, transformed, and energized. And the whole purpose of the cosmic events and everything is so that you can gain courage to face your fears and to take care of your health. So thank you very much for allowing me to read for you this month. It means a lot. You have a lot of choices here, and I don't take it lightly that you chose to spend the last half hour with me. I hope I gave you what you needed to have a roadmap for the month ahead, and also gave you some things to think about for even past that. If you ever want to have a one-on-one reading with me because you seek more clarity or guidance, go ahead and click on the book icon at the end of the video, or also you can click on the information field right above the comments, and you can see links there also for social media. So if you want to join me on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, feel free to do so. I have a newsletter as well, or you can simply subscribe to this channel. There's two buttons, one for just getting updates on the homepage and another one for opting into emails when I post new videos. Also, if you found that this was helpful and you'd like to give back, I do encourage and support love donations, but they're not required. That's only if you'd like to do that. I really do this every month because I'm called to do it and I want to help other people. So I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of the likes, the subscribes, and the comments. Please keep those coming. It makes it worthwhile, and it lets me know that I'm connecting to all of you. So from my heart to yours, I wish that you have the clarity that you need, that you're able to redirect your energies and find that balance with your health that I sense that might need to come into focus for this month. Wishing you much, much love. I will see you again next week and also in a month's time.